The best thing about cooking is there's always something new to learn, something to experiment with regardless of your experience level. And that's what we're doing here today with Seitan. It's a washed protein replacement, and we're going to turn it into little buffalo bites that will mimic chicken and nobody will notice. To start, we're going to use a high protein flour. Now that is important. I've got this great one from Jin. It's about 13%. You don't want to go any lower than 10% because it's going to affect the amount you end up with. So we're going with about 1,200 grams. This is a 2 kilo bag, so I'm just gonna, go pretty rough with it. And 750 mils of water. Knead this until it comes together like your sort of classic bread roll. Okay, first stage done. We're just going to bring that together and we're going to cover it with water and let it rest for a bit. Big thing about the gluten is it wants to rest. It's very tired. Just like that for about 2 hours. We're going to do a first knead of this dough just to get as many of the starches out as we can. This water is going to get really milky, and then after that we're going to replace the water 2 to 3 times until it starts running clear. We're really looking for a texture here, nice long strands. It takes about 10 to 15 minutes. Now comes the braiding part. So this is just to get even more twists and turns in the gluten so that it is more realistic. I've brought a flavorful broth up to a mild simmer. So this is where we can really impart some flavor and get some of those meaty umami flavors going in there. In here is soy, a little bit of stock, so you can get a chicken style or a beef style, depending on what you prefer. We're going to cook it for an hour or until it sort of sets. A little bit like chicken will set the protein, this wants to set. This is one I prepared earlier. You want to just break it into pieces that are going to mimic either shredded chicken or in this case, we're going to have little bites. We're going to coat this in a bit of onion powder and garlic powder. I'll mix that into just a plain white flour. They're already cooked, so you're not trying to cook them here. You're just trying to get a nice crunchy texture. We want to coat them in any particular hot sauce you like, whether it's a sriracha. This one's a Frank's hot sauce. And we're just going to toss it in there and then we'll plate this up. Done. Voila. Can you tell?
One of the best